Monster Mash, arguably the most popular Halloween song out there, and it can be played with just 4 chords, but there's a slight twist to that which I'll explain a little bit more about in a minute. So let's get straight into that. It starts with a G major, to an E minor, C major, and then a D major. I'm going to play through those chords and then we'll break them down in a little bit more detail. Okay, so that G major, nice full-bodied G major chord to begin with. Make sure we've got a nice curve in the tips of our fingers so those open notes can ring through as well. Then we move over to our E minor. Now, when we play our E minor, I know you'll see it played like this a lot, but for this transition, this progression, keep your first finger on that A string, slide back slightly and tuck that second finger underneath and form our E minor in that way. When we have a job like this being done by a finger that doesn't leave the fretboard, it's known as an anchor, and that really helps us link and transition our chords really smoothly. That first finger goes back, doesn't need to come away from the guitar, and our second finger is on that D string. From there, we go to our C major. This time, our second finger is our anchor. It doesn't need to leave the fretboard. Our first and third finger build around it. Then we go to our D major. Bit more of a jump, but whenever we're changing chords, don't bring your fingers too far away. The further you go away, the further you've got to come back. We're into our D major. Now, see, a lot of people teach and play this song with just those 4 chords, but in the verses, there is an A minor instead of a C major. So we would go G major, E minor, then down to an A minor, but there's a similar principle here with the link in the transition of those chords and an anchor finger. Our second finger doesn't need to leave the fretboard. First and third build around it, and then you go to a D major. So I would recommend adding that A minor to the verses, and then when you get to the chorus section, you replace that A minor with a C major. And the same strumming pattern can be played on every chord throughout the whole song. And that strumming pattern is down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, up, down, up. Let's play for each chord to give an example of that. I'll do the A minor the first time round, the C major the second time. Now, if that strumming pattern is a little bit tricky, especially the first half of it, the down, down, up, down, down, up, you could just use the second half's strumming pattern, which is down, down, up, down, up. You could use that on both bars throughout each chord, throughout the whole song. That down, down, up, down, up tends to be a bit more of a beginner-friendly, bit more of an accessible strumming pattern to have. So if it's easier to start with that, then that's absolutely fine. The reason I had that first half strumming pattern is I feel like it's got a nice push along with the music. It really helps carry everything, and the guitar sits in there really nice with that groove. The only other change to that progression is around 1 minute 10 seconds with the "Zombies Were Having Fun" lyric. It goes to a C major, to a D major, C major again, and then stops on the D major. Let's give a quick little example of that coming out of the chorus chords. Major, and that stop works really well with the music. There's a lyric that carries over that gap, and then you go back into that same chord progression, G, E minor, A minor, D for the verses, replace the A minor with a C major for the choruses, and you've got the whole song. And that's it, a Halloween classic sorted. Now, we spoke a little bit earlier about linking chords and using an anchor finger. If you want to expand that trick even more and make your chord changes smoother, easier, and faster, then check this video that's popping up now. A big thank you for checking out this video. I'll hopefully catch you in another one soon. Take care.